gonna go down, and it looks like Darkcell is moving his forces around to see what's going on. If he just flies an Overlord over here, he can easily see what linko has.
Oh, seems like his sixth sense is on. He must know about this. Ling sent down, sees the planetary fortress. He's got enough Bailings. If he just wants to blow up that planetary fortress, it's going to go away. And here we go, committing the attack. Planetary fortress probably about to explode.
And a lot of
come on!
Oh, come on! But those Lings are blocking the way.
And
if they do manage to take out one of these command centers, and the other one over here is probably going to go down. Those Banelings are rolling up roly-poly style, and linko just flying the command
but
center
linko
away.
Trying to counter now. Nope, decides to back on up. I thought he was going to just commit to a counter, but he decides that's a dangerous move to play. Tons of Lings. If these Lings get there too soon, nope, Fungal Growth's going to go down. Yes! Those Marines just get melted by the Fungal Growths. He just needs to let them burn by that green acid. All of those Marines almost dead.
6 of them died just in their spots over here. The medevac barely saving a couple of these. And that flying...
The medevac's completely out of energy.
And look at that flying shark just watching this battle going on over here. He's just like chilling. He's like, hey, what's going on? And another Fungal.
And another Fungal.
And the Infestor does manage to live. A scan going down. He's going to take out a couple of these creep trimmers. Those Infestors.
He needs to get some attacking units. There we go.
Yeah,
Lings and Baneleys.
Coming in. And, they're going to blow up on the wrong units. If they get, more Lings coming in. And now that in-base hatchery is paying for itself. And you're going to get a lot of units out of that very easily. The door does go down. Fungal Growth continuing. But the Hellions are coming in to help reinforce and take out those Lings.
Those Zerglings are like chainsaws on tiny little feet with wings, especially with that +2 attack. Are they up to +3 yet? Let me check. Nope, still +2. That's absolutely insane damage those little units will put out. As soon as he gets on to Hive and allows for that attack speed upgrade from the spawning pool, those Zerglings are going to just be chainsaws on wheels. He can run anywhere on the field.
It looks like a Hellion actually came in to the left and managed to burn a couple of Darkcell's drones, but Darkcell has the fastest units in the game, and they just ran down that Hellion like nothing. Hive is also going up inside Darkcell's base, so he is starting to tech up. There's actually a Spire up somewhere because he is getting a Muta. And yeah, the Spire is right over here, so he is getting a couple Mutas as well to supplement his army. Another fight going on over here. Fungal Growth's going down. Banelings coming in and trying to take out as many of these infantry units as possible. Oh man, but a lot of these Infestors have been taken out. And that shark is just like, oh man, there's a lot of blood over here. He's flying towards the blood. I think he just wants to feed on some blood, but they're going to dry up.
Those Banelings just being sent in small little groups, not what he wants to do. He needs to get a nice, another big surround going on, but here we go. linko trying to move out. He needs to take this game back under control. He's reestablished his expansion in the bottom position at the tail of that Python, and he's moving on to take down the 4th base of Darkcell. If he takes this down, he's going to start to even out the macro game just slightly. Drone's being roasted.
Oh, man, and it looks like Darkcell is just going to let this die and just build up more units.
The Hive is now done.
Yeah, that
See,
is
he's
done.
getting the Ultra. No Ultralisk Cavern yet.
I would like to see adrenal glands going up. If he does get those adrenal glands, he can be a huge asset to those Lings. Those Lings will just do massive, massive damage.
Most definitely, and here we go, going right down to this is not a planetary fortress. He's just going to chew up some SCVs and force his expansion, most likely to lift off. And attack going down in the middle of the field, and nope, forced to back up by those Hellions. The Hellions chasing them away, and Fungal Growth down the Hellions.
And those Hellions are going to be stuck there for a while. They won't do as much damage to Hellions. And it looks like more Lings, more Infestors, more Banelings, and more Mutas getting pumped out. I don't know where those Mutas went, though.
Very interesting. Right now, slowly but surely, Darkcell's losing his advantage. It's currently 119 supply to 108 in favor of linko. And the thing to remember is that he is concentrating so much on these low-tier units, the Banelings and Zerglings with the Infestors. He really needs to start teching onto something else and get another expansion up, because he's going to slowly lose this game if he doesn't transition at all.
But as you can see, linko is completely mined out of his base. He is just starting a mine out of his 3rd base, and he's going to be almost mined out of his 2nd. So linko is starting to get starved out. If he doesn't get an expansion soon, he's going to be in serious trouble. But linko is starting to move out with this large force. Marines, Marauders, and Hellions with a couple siege tanks. They're going to siege up. Darkcell getting a couple units, a lot of banelings, and are they going to be able to get it?
Here we go, surround going down. And the neural parasites,
all the
growth.
siege tanks, all fungal growth, and Darkcell losing
wow.
his units. Oh,
But
man.
Darkcell absolutely takes the attack. Those mutas are going to clean up those siege tanks. Absolutely insane micro by Darkcell to allow him to take these fights with seemingly the wrong composition of units to deal with it, it felt like initially.
Yeah,
It felt like he needed Ultralisk.
Yeah, this map especially, Darkcell has a huge advantage. He can run all over the place. If the Terran forces move out, he can just surround them from any which direction. And now Darkcell has a couple mutas, and he's going to try and take out linko, but linko still has a couple of Marines to push away those Mutalisks. And there are a lot of links on the field now, and are they going to make the push in, or are they going to become banelings instead? Darkcell has 1,000 gas just saved up. Wow, that is a lot of gas. He should use that.
And scouting over space, I still don't see that Ultralisk Cavern. I know he wants to keep creating units to keep the pressure on, but he should just commit some resources to an expansion. He's had the drone there, but he hasn't saved up the 300 minerals.
Yeah, I think
he
he's
really needs to get that hatch started.
That's all. And the Marine over here next to the xel'naga watchtower just completely obliterated. There are a couple high yields on this map as well, but none of the players are taking them.
Those high yields are definitely tough places to hold, at least for either player. The one's kind of on an island, and here we go. Link's going to commit. No, they're going to back on up, just dancing around. Mutalisk getting the scout necessary, knowing that it's not a good time to attack that ball. Those Hellions just do terrible damage to those Zerglings, and the Mutalisk will be cleaned up by the Marines.
And it looks like linko is separating his forces into small groups in order to prevent fungal growth just going down on these units. This is a very good play for linko. If he can keep his units separated, he can prevent getting fungal growth and just being completely immobile.
And finally, Darkcell retaking the supply lead, whereas Zerg player wants to be 131 to 90, starting to come back into this. Whenever the Terran player jumped ahead, I was worried about him, but his just absolutely immaculate micro held him through that. Dropship loaded up. What is he going to do with these two dropships? Because there's nowhere there's going to be to drop down there.
I think they're going to fly all the way around to see if there's any other bases going on. And there aren't any in that direction. Darkcell just going to keep moving around and eventually find one base. And Darkcell finally building that hatchery. And he is getting an Ultralisk Cavern. Oh, God, I love Ultras.
Oh, yeah, Ultras, just beautiful destroyers on meaty paws. These Mutalisks probably could clean up this small force down here, but he doesn't want to commit to it. If he could take out that small force, he's just another small force from finishing off the game. Linko's army is definitely getting split up, and he doesn't want to allow this right now. That small group there and a small group at his base. If the Zerg player takes either one, and a drop going down forces the hatchery to be canceled. That expansion was stopped before it was started.
But now the
Linko
Darkcell's mutas are going to move out, and they know the medevacs are here. And those medevacs, they get fungal growth.
Man, I didn't even think he could reach him, but he grabs him. Mutalisk taking out full medevacs. Now LinkedIn definitely on his heels, 83 supply to 150. LinkedIn almost maxed right now, and he's going to be transitioning into Ultralisk. Just pain, as long as he can throw up another base. Because right now, Linko is macroing off the same number of bases. Actually, he's completely mined out in 2 bases. He's only mining off of 1 base right now.
But
same with Darkcell, actually.
Yeah, Darkcell does have map control, though. So if he just gets one more hatchery around the area, he can really, really just finish this game off with mass mutas. And Ultralisks are starting to pop out. Chitin plating being researched, and those Ultras are going to be the tipping point, I think, in this game. Those Hellions, there are a lot of Hellions on the field, but those Hellions aren't.
Attack going down.
Fungal growth goes down, and those Banelings are going to completely annihilate those Hellions. The Marines Marauders are good. They get completely annihilated.
I think this game is good as over. 53 to supply to 118. Darkcell just dominating that drop at the fungal growth. Just going to walk his way right into this base. Thor is here for Linko. I just don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, Marines not going to be able to defend.
Yeah, Linko is on his deathbed right now. He is just trying to get something out of this game, trying to make Darkcell pay somehow for his loss. But the neural parasite is going
another
down.
neural.
And Darkcell is
good game. Well played.
That game was freaking awesome.
That was a cool game.
Yeah, that was an amazing game. Oh my god, and it was 32 minutes. Longest game that we casted so far. And wow, just lovely. Game 1 going to Darkcell. The Zerg, the